Okay, we will start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, selamat sejahtera kepada semua rakan-rakan, peserta, pensyarah yang dapat hadir dalam webinar kita pada pagi ini. This webinar is part of our program brought to you by Center for Development of Academic Excellence, CDAE, for Pusat Pembangunan Kecemerlangan Akademik. And CDAE is responsible to run the professional development program for our academic staff spread over the 3 campuses. My name is Abdul Karim Alias, Director of CDAE. And this morning, we are very privileged to have our invited speaker to speak about a very interesting topic this morning, Dr. Nur Atikah Abdul Rahman from School of Communication Studies. And the title of the webinar this morning is on promoting your course, easy steps to make your course stands out. Yeah? Well, why do we talk about promoting a course? Well, in USM now, as you know, we are into micro credential and also MOOC. So we want to promote our online courses, such as our initiative on micro credential as well as MOOC. And there are certain skill called copywriting that I think very important for us to learn how to write the title of our course to make it very catchy, very captivating, very attractive. When people see even just the title, they are interested to learn more about the course. So it's all about how do we make our course more visible, more captivating, more interesting. How do we write not only the title but also the description about the course, the blurb, a short description about the course. And the skill for this is called copywriting. And copywriting is a skill that those involved, especially on advertising business, this is a very essential skill that they need to learn. And Dr. Nur Atikah is the right person to share with us about this topic because of her industry experience as a copywriter and now teaching the subject in USM. So let me just briefly introduce Dr. Nur Atikah, our speaker this morning. So Dr. Nur Atikah Abdul Rahman is a senior lecturer in the School of Communication in Science, Malaysia. She obtained her PhD in Mass Communication from University Putra Malaysia, UPM, and received a Bachelor of Communication in Persuasive Communication and Master of Arts in Communication in advertising strategy from University of Science Malaysia from USM. So she's an alumni of USM as well as UPM. Yeah, she has been teaching subjects on promotional writing, message design in integrated marketing communication, persuasive communication for final year project, communication theory, writing for English media, and other communication subjects. In June 2020, she has also attained the Foundation Certificate from the Institute of Practitioners in Advertising, IPA, incorporated by Royal Charter United Kingdom in association with Association of Accredited Advertising Agents Malaysia. Professionally, Dr. Nur Atikah has previously worked as a copywriter at several private advertising and branding agencies, for more than 7 years. So there's a wealth of experience, industrial experience that is very valuable. Before pursuing her career in the academia, in the academic world. Currently at USM, she's also actively involved in internal communication and rebranding effort projects. She was also appointed as panel of judges for numerous creative competitions in the university. In 2019, she was also invited as one of the speakers for Pertandingan Usahawan Inovasi Piala Menteri Pendidikan Malaysia in sharing her knowledge on copywriting for the participants of student networking and apprenticeship program, SNAP, organized by the Ministry of Education Malaysia. So as I mentioned earlier, Dr. Nur Atika has wealth of experience in copywriting and is something that I think very valuable for us to learn. I myself is very interested to learn about copywriting. In fact, I have taken a few online courses to learn about copywriting, and I guess I've got some knowledge, but very basic. So I want to learn from the expert. So without much ado, I would like to pass this session to Dr. Nur Atika. Dr. Nur Atika, silakan. Floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi semua. Thank you Prof. Abdul Karim for inviting me and for introducing me to everyone. I mean, you keep on saying I'm the expert. I don't know if I'm in that level already, but I do have some experience in the copywriting. But to say I'm an expert, I don't know about that. We'll see how. Okay, is it okay that I share my presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Hold on. I hope everyone has had their breakfast, have apa tu, sebab bila kita tak makan breakfast nanti jadi susah nak write kan, nak dapatkan ideas and so on. I hope semua orang dah makan, dah minum dan sebagainya. Being relaxed and all, because writing really needs that relaxed moment, unstressful situation dan sebagainya lah. Okay.
Your mind, Dr. Nur.
Yes, yeah. You need your peace of mind. Yeah. Tapi kadang-kadang bila ada keluarga or your kids, dia jadi susah sikit lah kan. Okay, alright. For today, actually, I'm going to talk about promoting your course, as Prof. Karim mentioned. This course, this workshop actually is not supposed to be very heavy, but at the same time, I have to introduce some principles before you understand how to write. So maybe in that part, mungkin akan rasa a bit macam overwhelmed, but it's okay. I will explain as layman as I can so that everyone can follow, because promotional writing is not for everyone to do actually. It depends on your skills and your talent, but it can be nurtured in everyone. Okay, can we start? Is it okay, Prof?
Yes, Dr. Atika,
Yes.
the skill of copywriting in our context this morning is about promoting our course, our online course lah. If you want to sell your course, you want to get more people to buy your course, for example.
Yes.
Tapi the skill of copywriting juga kita boleh gunakan untuk. I think maybe you will cover that part, kan?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. For the outline for today, actually, you need to know why do you need to promote your course, because I understand most of you have already done your micro-credential site where you have your course outline, you have your content and everything, but you still need to know how to promote it. So why do you need to do that? So I will tell you why, and then we'll go for the first session, which is basic principles of copywriting. And then we'll go into ideation process. Ideation process is where we get into it, okay? In this session, you will need to do some exercises, okay? And then we have just a short 5 to 10 minutes morning break before we go on to tricks and steps to great copy. All right. So as you can see here, I have a liner for all of you. I mentioned that we need to start thinking, we need to start ideating so that we can pack your course outline, your course description, and your blurb with a powerful punch. Why? So that we can capture the people to actually read your course. As you can see, for this workshop, it's to expose you on the principles of copywriting as mentioned by Prof. Karim, and also to nurture you in demonstrating the ability to create various writing ideas that employs some basic principles of copywriting, styles and forms of copywriting. But we are more focusing on blurbs, module description, and your biography. Just these three things, okay? So I hope everyone is okay and ready. Very quiet. Okay, all right. For basic principles, compared to my students, when I ask, I will always ask them to say something so that I know I'm not talking alone. Okay, ready? Okay, for basic principles, before I go on, I want to ask you, have you seen any of these sites before? Okay, we have Masterclass, we have Coursera, we have edX, we have Future Learning, and we have Domestika. So much courses online right now. Okay, there are so many online classes platforms that offer so many skillful classes offered by experts, academicians, celebrities. As you can see, we have Alicia Keys, Gordon Ramsay, Samuel Jackson, Natalie Portman. Everyone is exploring this online class platform. So some sites like Coursera actually offered professional courses that is provided by their own professors, assistant professors, or their experts in universities such as Stanford, Harvard, and so on. So as you can see here, we have so many competition in the market, right? We have so many competition, and how do we stand out? How can we make sure that micro-credential in USM can stand out from all of this competition from overseas? You know, there's this stigma in people, okay, even in myself sometimes, when we see names that are from, you know, international, from overseas, such as US, UK, it sounds more established, more prominent for us to actually follow the course, and we will tend to buy their courses. Okay, so how can we compete with that? So you need to do this part, you know, the promotional part. As you can see, due to the COVID-19, there's a rise of online courses, certificates, and then people want to enroll in almost anything because some of the people lost their job. So what they do is they wanted to learn more. Okay, they wanted to build their skills, improve their knowledge, and so on. So as the competition rises, what makes your course different from others? How can you stand out? You need to wow the potential takers with your words. Because what they do when they go through websites, or they go through Google search, or they go through any platform, they will read the course outline, or the course description, module description, or the blurbs, or your biography to know who are you, what is your course for, how does it help my life to be better. Okay, so this is why you need to know how to promote your course, because other than just providing that micro-credential site, you need to know how to get the money in. Okay, so before you start writing, what I always ask my students do, whether you know, professors, lecturers, or some of the business owners, I would always say that you need to brand yourself. Okay, brand yourself so that you get to be known, you get to be recognized. I mean, I know most of you have so many credentials behind you. You have achievements, you have your awards, and you have your, you know, academic background and so on. But which one is the best one to brand you? Which one is the best one to make you out there? so that you are in the same level as those from Stanford, as those from Harvard, or as those from Yale, okay? And you are also in the same level with those masterclass experts of celebrities that is already known throughout the world, okay? Because people love learning from experts and authorized, recognized authorities, okay? So you got to make yourself branded. I will show you how to make yourself branded through personal branding. How is personal branding going to be? I will let you know later, okay? And then you need to know your audience, okay? Because sometimes when we do our courses, we always think about, just letting them know about the education, letting them achieve the learning outcomes and so on. But who is that person going to be going through all of this? It's not students that we have right now in USM. It's more towards everyone that is interested in your course, okay? So what is your audience persona? Okay, persona is more about not just who they are, but what is their behavior, what is their attitude, what is their purchasing behavior, and so on. You need to know so that you know how to attack their emotional and also their apathy, empathy, excitedness, and so on. Okay. And then next, you need to identify the solution that your audience wants. You give your audience a compelling reason to invest in your course. Because as you know, not everyone has the same goal, okay, to actually go through your course. Like for today, most of you go through the course to know how to promote your course. But at the same time, some of you are just going through it so that, or maybe I just want to see how I can write. But I actually know already how to write promotional writing, but I just want to see what Dr. Atika says today. Some of you might say that, like Prof. Karim, he has already gone through some courses in copywriting. So maybe your goal is different from the others who has not gone through any copywriting courses. Okay, so you need to identify the solution your audience wants. Okay, for the first one is brand yourself. This is where you need to know what you want to put out there for people to have that certain image about you. Okay, so it's like a politician. They say something in front of the television to portray a certain image, okay? Because their publicist has already strategized, okay, what to say, what not to say, what kind of clothes you should wear, what color you should wear, and so on, because it's part of their branding, okay? So this is where you need to know your strength, okay? What is it about you that people really know? People really, you're an expert in, okay? Like for myself, I always say, I'm not boasting, but whenever I ask my students to do branding, I always say that you have to find your one thing that really, really captures the whole expertise that you have, okay? Like for myself, I would always say that I'm a strategist, okay? A strategist in branding, a strategist in content writing, okay? But how about you? What are you? Okay, you need to know. So what you need to do is you list down your strength, okay? What is it that you can do? What makes you different? Have you won any awards? I know that Prof. Karim has a lot of awards already. I'm not sure about others, but you can start writing. Have you won any awards? Have you been accredited by any association? What is your research that really has given the impact? Impact, very impactful to the society. Have you have any industrial experiences? Like for me, maybe I'm not known in my research, but I'm known for my industrial experience for copywriting. So you have to look through what is it that you have inside yourself. So now what I need you all to do, okay, you write down, who are you? Who are you for people to know, okay? Who are you for people to have an image about? Who are you for people to think about, okay? And what is your greatest achievement? The one thing that make you stand out from others, okay? And then list down all of your accomplishment that you have achieved so that we can write a biography later in session 2. Okay, I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. You just need to say something about what kind of image you want to project about yourself, whether you want to be a professional strategist or whether you want to be, technologies. What is it? Okay, just 3 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay. Everyone okay?
We are doing the
Exercise. Okay.
exercise.
Good. Okay.
So we have to share in the chat box, or is there a place?
I will give you a place later. So you
Okay.
just keep it to yourself first. But you need to have all of these 3 listed down. Write something that can sell yourself. What is ODI?
OD is Dr. Radia from
Oh,
School of Humanities.
I see. Okay.
She's very quiet this morning.
Okay. Everyone okay? Done?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's proceed. So once you're done with your branding yourself, I mean, just getting to know who you are, and then what is your greatest achievement and your accomplishment throughout the years and so on, then we get into getting to know your audience. Okay. So what is your audience persona? Some of you might think that maybe if they wanted to know more about chemical engineering, it's more about the students who wanted to learn about my biochemical. So they have this science background, they have biology background and so on. But you know what? When your courses are online, it could be they have different background. Okay, so you have to think about who they are. Why would they be interested in your topic? It could be a business man. It could be mothers at home, stay-at-home mothers. So it could be anyone that is your audience persona. Okay, so what you should do is think about what influences their buying decision. Okay, who are the target audience that might want to hear you speak? Who are the target audience that are interested in your course? Okay, want to learn more about what you do or what you teach and willing to pay for the course. Okay, because every course that is out there is actually to solve a problem that they already have inside their life. Like for copywriting, it's to solve business owners, small enterprises. They might not have the budget to actually acquire a copywriter or any advertising agencies, because sometimes advertising agencies charge up to 1 million per campaign. So they might not have that in their budget. So what they do is they learn how to do copywriting themselves or how to market their product themselves through online courses. So it could be anyone that is your audience, but you know best who are your audience. Okay, so what you need to do is get to know what is the pain points that they need you to address. So for instance, like I said just now, for copywriting, their problem is they cannot acquire copywriters because of the budget constraint. So what we do is we give a course for them to do copywriting themselves, and it must be an easy course. So in your head, you have to have some kind of title like got a business to run but don't have the budget to have your own advertising campaign or your own advertising team. Something like, okay, fret not, we have some solutions for you. Easy steps to copywriting or easy steps to marketing or market your brand out there, okay, in social media or anything. So something like that, okay? You need to know what is their problem, who they are, and how you can solve their problem. So for example, we have stay-at-home mothers who have online business nowadays, okay? As you can see, they have, they sell a lot of products, fashion apparels, or any other kinds of products. So they wanted to know the right strategies for social media marketing, okay? As they are mothers who are very busy also with their children and their family, you have to know that they have limited time to actually learn about your course. So what they have inside their mind is they want something easy, something easy to digest, easy to do, easy to learn, and easy to get the certificate, okay? So you need to offer them courses that have easy and effective results, okay? So you have to know their problems first. So like I mentioned, mothers have problems between online business and also kids. So they are very busy. They have to be very fast and rushing here and there. So you need to give them that particular mindset portrayal that, okay, we are giving you something easy, something that you can do it just in 10 minutes or do it in just 5 courses or do it in just 5 videos, okay? So that's how you promote your courses to your audience, okay? So what you have is easy. Mothers have their hands full with mothering duties, okay? So effective results, your audience wants market or promote their products easily, or maybe market their products in just 5 days, or maybe, you have to give that particular mindset, okay? So that's why you need to know your audience. This is just an example. It could be your audience are scientists themselves, or it could be they're also food technologists. We don't know, okay? So you need to know who your audience are. So what I need you to do now is exercise 2. You get to know who are your audience, what is their age, why would they be interested in your field or your topic, and how can your course make their life better. Okay.
Dah siap lah.
Oh, dah siap. Wow. Okay. Dia macam dah tahu-tahu akan ada exercise. Okay. How about others? Semua dah siap ke?
Okay, come on guys. Let's do all the exercise. We are a good student here.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to give you 2 minutes and then we'll start for the how to get your goal ready. Terpadam. Alamak, doktor. Tak apa. Saya tunggu.
Kodi terpadam. Iyalah tu.
Betul, Prof. Terpadam. Ada sebab ada sakit.
So, okay. Boleh proceed?
Okay, boleh post dekat chat box.
Okay. Alright.
Di step by step guidance ni daripada expert kita ni.
Expert. Okay, so kita boleh teruskan. Now, so selepas after you get to know about yourself, you get to know about who you're going to talk to. Now you need to have this goal. Okay, how to differentiate your course from your competitors. Okay, once you know your audience, you have already figured out how to help them in their life, right? Just now I asked you a question, how can you improve their life? Okay, now give a compelling reason for them to invest. What are the areas that you are going to look into that might not be done by your competitors, okay, from other universities or maybe from the industry themselves? Because I see that in Domestika, most of the speakers are actually from the industries, okay, creative directors, technologies, scientists, and so on. Compared to Coursera, most of the speakers are academicians, okay? So how can you differentiate yourself from these two? And then master class is more on celebrities. So how can you differentiate yourself from the celebrities? Not yourself, your course, okay? So you need to find your unique value proposition, okay? A differentiator that makes you different from all of these courses. What is it that makes you different, okay? So like copywriting, there's so many copywriting classes right now. So how do I make my course different from others? For today, it's actually different because I've never taught how to make your course different from competitors, okay? You know, how to write your course different from competitors. I usually ask people to write for advertising, for campaigns, and so on. So this is something different. The workshop is different because it's more on promoting courses, okay? So how about yours? Okay, you need to find out how is your course different from Stanford, from University Malaya, from University UITM, or whichever university that has also offered micro-credential courses, okay? Think about it. Now, after you think about that, you need to think about the so what factor, okay? People usually, when they write, they just say, oh, my courses are offering this and this and this, do this and this and this, and blah, blah, blah. But so what, you know? When we want to buy something, when we see advertisement, they would say, my shampoo can make your hair very smooth, you know, very soft, and then it smells good. But so what? Every shampoo does that, okay? So what makes you different? You have to tell them how or why it will improve their lives, okay? So that's why you need to think about your audience again. Think about their emotions. Think about what they need in life. So now, what is that so what factor? Do you have it already inside your mind? Or maybe some of you have already done it? Okay.
Done. I'm done.
Okay. Prof. Alias, Prof. Karim is very, you know, into this copywriting today. So fast. Okay. So if you have already answered the so what factor, if you have already got the you will go through this, what are you saying, Odi? Let me see. Grow a tree with Odi. You will grow trees virtually in this course. Your trees will never need pruning. That sounds good. Okay. But how will it make your life, you know, better? Just that it's never need pruning, is it? How about their lives? You know, because you only talk about the trees. How about the people who needs to do pruning? You know, what is the benefit for them?
They don't have to hire a gardener.
Yes, one thing is save money. The other thing is they, you know, save some time from pruning every single day or something like that. Okay. So you know, you have to have not only think about the product, you have to think about the people behind the product. Okay. The one that is going to do the pruning. Okay. So that's why you always need to think about your audience. All right. So now you got all these three things ready, which is brand yourself, you have your audience persona, and you have your goal, which is your so what factor. So what's next? This is where copywriting comes in. Okay. Now, copywriting is actually the powerful and influential words conceptualized by writers, actually copywriters, but today is going to be you, okay, all the lecturers who are doing their micro-credential, to persuade, motivate, change thinking, attitudes, beliefs, and behavior of other people. So it's more on play of words, okay? You can create pun, you can create witticism, any kind of writing that makes some kind of promotional statement inside it, okay? It should be well constructed and also stimulating. Stimulating in terms of stimulate their attitudes, their emotions, their beliefs, and their behavior. So this is where the words become your own voice, okay? How you speak to the people, okay? So it is known about the commercial activity of creating, maintaining, and deepening profitable relationship, okay, using the written word. So it's more about writing. It's not about visuals. It's not about other things. It's about your content, your written content. So usually, before this, in advertising, we use AIDA: attention, interest, desire, and action. However, as we go through, the digital era, where people are very, engaging inside, the digital platforms, where we have a real-time communication, when you send something, it automatically have feedback and so on. We need to think about emotions. We need to think about their inner reason of wanting to understand or wanting to read your content. So this is where tips formula come in, okay? It takes your prospect from apathy to enthusiasm, okay? It makes you play with the desire to be entertained, connected, valued, recognized, and satisfied. This is actually a formula by Maslin. It helps you write effectively so that you can connect to the emotions of the people. Because when we write, we cannot only write just for the sake of selling our course. We need to write to hit that particular heart of the people, okay? So whatever we do, we always wanted to capture someone's heart and something like that, right? So it's the same with writing, okay? We need to attack their emotion. We need to attack their minds and their behavior. Tips formula is actually tempt, influence, persuade, and sell. Okay. For tempt, for all of these tips, we have to engage with the emotion without them noticing. So if we write too much of attacking the emotions that they can see it, they will ignore your writing or your advertising or your promotional blurbs or your module description. Okay, so you have to be careful too. So for the first one, it's STEM connects deeply with the prospect emotion, which is the headline, the title of your course, okay? How to hit them, okay? And then influence, deliver the satisfaction you promised when you tempted them. Work on deeper motivations. I will explain in the later slides. Then persuade, make the story about the readers, persuade with arguments, proof and examples to build emotional rapport. And then sell, finish your write-up with the deepest and most forceful level of emotional engagement to close the sale. So this is the tips formula that is being used by most copywriters, especially for digital platforms such as social media, website, and so on. And today we're going to do it for micro-credential platforms, okay? So yes, sell is call to action. But there is a way to have your call to action for courses. I have a few words that you can use, okay? For TEM, this is where you need to create something for them to read, a reason for them to read, to foster that connection, to penetrate into the prospects of their emotions and so on. So you need to entice them or attract them inside your blurb or module description. Usually, as I mentioned just now, is in the headline. The headline is the one-liner above your blurb, or maybe the first line of your blurb, okay, or your module description. What is a blurb? I will let you know later. But blurb is a short description to tease you, okay, to tease you on what is this course all about, okay. Then how to create connection. Write something that makes the reader feel happy, surprised, excited, or frightened, okay. But most advertisers love to use this frightened connection, okay, so that people get frightened and they want to buy, so that people get frightened and they want to look into, okay. So you need to know what you want them to do. Do you want them to feel happy? Do you want them to feel excited? Or do you want them to feel frightened? Okay. And then why is that we are using temp? Usually is for people to, you know, don't turn away, don't click away or close off the website and so on, so that they read further into the module description, because the blurb is where you tempt people the most, okay? So let's say, for example, this is where you need to make a promise. You have to mention that this course is everything you need, you know, for your business, something like that. Or maybe to improve your drawing, to improve your masterpiece, something like that. You know, your attempt. Okay. Create a writing that makes the reader feel that, okay, I need this. All right. This is 10. Then influence, deliver what you promise. Create a story that draws them. Yes, tergoda beli kos walaupun harganya mahal. Betul. So tempt is menggoda lah. Okay. So then you influence, deliver what you promise. Create a story that draws them to your cause. Okay. A story, like I mentioned just now. Okay. Mothers who are busy with their kids but also have their online business and they wanted to know how to do social media marketing. Okay. So you need to create a story as if it's the same situation with those mothers. Being known that you know that most business owners are those working from home or stay at home mothers and so on. Okay, so you need to create a story that draws them in. Okay, make it into something that they feel that they are, you know, they have that connection or the relevance between them and the story. Okay, make it irresistible. They should think, I want to know more about this, or I want to know the answer. Okay, that's how you create that particular influence. Create a story that says, okay, do you know, or do you have this problem, or maybe got no time to do something. Okay, so we have this problem too. Okay, so now we want to let you know we have a solution for you, something like that. Make it a story that connect with those people, okay, the ones that you have already identified. Just now Prof Karim said something, banyak duit saya habis sebab tempted beli courses from Udemy. Yes, I also got tempted, especially in Domestika, because most of their blurbs are very tempting. Okay, if you compare to those blurbs or module description in Coursera, it's very dry compared to Domestika. Domestika is very, you know, they have a storytelling. You will get to know this, and then you will do this, and then your life will be better because of this. Okay, that's Domestika. Yes. But for Coursera, even though it's from academicians like us, the description is very dry. This course is about this. This course will do this. You will need to do this. You will need to finish this for your certificate. That's it. Okay, that's the way they write. So it's very dry. So I would be going towards Domestika because the way they write is, you know, more tempting. Okay. So after you influence, you go to persuade. Persuade is where you turn the story just now from being relevant to them to being a story about them. Okay, so just now you said that, you know, you got that problem, we got this problem too, and then you need a solution, we'll give you the solution, so on. But now turn the story to, this is a problem that you have, this is a solution that we have for you. Okay, So you create something that they can identify with to a story about them. I will show you an example later. Okay. Persuade them with arguments, proof, examples, and build emotional rapport. Talk about benefits and testimonials. Okay. Maybe you have testimonials from your past students, or maybe you have testimonials from other lecturers or something. Talk to them about it. Okay. Then this persuade is actually to change their minds from not wanting your course to wanting your course, have the intention to learn your course, and actually go and purchase your course. Okay. And then lastly is sell. Sell is where you close the sale to with some call to actions. Call to action is something like book your slot today, or maybe discover your internal or maybe your inner writing goddess today, or something like that. Okay. Change your prospect behavior to take the course. What you need to do is close the sale. Use the 4 R's, which is repeat, remind, reassure, and relieve. Okay. Repeat, remind, reassure, relieve. The 4 R's to close the sale. Okay. First, you repeat your story again from the beginning. What is it that you're talking about? Okay. Like you just now, like I always say, my repetition is, normal, like for the mothers just now, no hassle. Just learn about your social media marketing in 3 easy steps, or in 5 hours, or something like that. And then remind them of the reason why they stay with you, the benefits, okay, the 3 easy steps, okay. Reassure them that they are making the right decision, okay. Wait no more, purchase your course today, all right. And then relieve them from their money, okay. So that is 4 R's. Remind, repeat, remind, reassure, and relieve. Repeat, remind, reassure, relieve. Okay. Now, this is an example that I got from one of the Coursera. Okay. This specialization takes a critical look at digital advertising tactics for small business. Students will learn how to generate and launch ads, campaign on small budgets with limited to no design skills. It's very dry, right? It just talk about the specialization and what you will learn how to generate, but it doesn't attack the emotions of the reader. Okay. What you should do using the tip example, okay, tips example, is you use the emotion of afraid. Okay. Got a business but not sure on how to promote your products? Learn the tactics and skills of launching digital ad campaigns on a small budget. Easy and limited to no design skills. It's the same meaning, okay? But the upper one is very dry, whereas the second part is more promotional, okay? More attacking the emotions of your audience, okay? You can see the difference, right? Okay. Now, let's get into the ideation process. So is there any question about tips? I hope everyone gets it. If you need any justification, okay. Wow, memang menarik Domestika. Yes, doctor. If you look at Domestika, the way they write is very, very catchy, punchy, and then it's a storytelling. Yes, very tempting. That's how you should write for your module description or for your blurb, so that people buy your product, okay? Buy your course. So it's the same with this. If you go to Coursera, it's very dry, okay? This specialization, students. And as you can see in the first example, it doesn't talk to the person reading, okay? It's like you're just giving a fact, okay? For the second part, it's talking to you, where you use you, I, and so on. It's more personalized, all right? So that's how you use the tips. You need to create something that is more personalized for the readers. so that they actually catch what you're saying and they say that, oh, okay, this is for them. This is not just for other people. This is for them. All right. Now, for the ideation process, I think I'll just give about 2 minutes for you guys to have a short break, okay, to digest the principles of copywriting before we go on to how to write your course blurb, module description, and biography. Will that be okay, Prof?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's take a short break.
Okay, all right. Now, you have the 3 things ready. We have the brand yourself, and you have your persona, audience persona, and you have your cost so what factor. Okay, now you need to know how to generate the big idea. Okay, just now we know how to tempt, influence, persuade, and how to sell. So, how to generate the big idea? Firstly, you need to know whether you want to do some, the promotional writing, whether you want to be cost specific, something very dry, which is focus on a single benefit and keep it simple. Okay, single benefit of your course. Okay, something like for mine is copywriting. So my focus would be on how they write, the steps in writing and so on. So that will be inside my module description or my blurb. Okay, or you want to talk about service specific. Okay, outline the problem that it solves. Okay, be clear who provide the service and why is it best value for money. Okay, so this is where you talk about yourself. Okay, who you are, why you're teaching this, and then how this course will benefit them. Okay, so which one you want to use? Course specific, service specific, or consumer oriented? Consumer oriented is where you attack their their emotions. Okay, make it relevant to the lifestyle and personality of the course taker. Okay, how can it help the course takers or their business? Does it make their lives better, and so on? So you choose first, which direction are you going? Okay, so there are 3 directions for generating ideas, whether you want to talk about the course only, or whether you want to talk about how you are the star and the course is going to, how you are the star and how your course will help them. Okay, you are the star, not the course. Okay, and then consumer oriented is where the promotional writing is more about, how you can help the course takers, how you can help their business or their education or what. Okay, does it make their lives better and so on? So those are the 3 things that you need to think first. Which one are you going for? Okay, so if you see inside masterclass, most of it is going through service specific because they bang on celebrities. Do you guys notice that inside masterclass? In masterclass, most of the module description is where they talk about bestseller novel writer or chef, the best chef in Malaysia, in the world. Okay, Gordon Ramsay, or award Grammy award winner Alicia Keys and so on, because they focus on the service. Okay, the person that provide that service. Okay, and then this is about the consumer. All right, so choose which one you want to go for. For my consultation or for my advice, for us, we go for consumer oriented. Okay, because we want to make it more about why they should take this for them. Okay, but sometimes for some of you who thinks that your course is not about making some people's life better, but it's more about, the cost, then you take cost specific. Okay, all right. Now, if you have that guidelines already, you can start writing. So this is where you need to know what kind of words to use. Okay, these are triggering words. Yes, meaning that this is to sell our, not for the like website. No. This is about your course. Okay, how to sell your course online. Okay, All right. You need to have triggering words or ideas based on emotions, like I mentioned, because we want to go for consumer oriented. Okay, so we want to create this. This is just examples that I have. Happiness or excitement that you want to, ignite in them, which is you have good news for you, or what do you love about branding, or what do you love about food technology, or what do you love about mechanical engineering, and so on. You have to mention that so that you can ignite the emotions inside those consumers. And then, or maybe you can use train with experts in whatever. Okay, these are some of the words that we usually use to promote. Okay, if you want to use the fear appeal, you use something like, how prepared are you in making your business number one? Okay, last year thousands lost their job, so upgrade your skills for a better chance in employment. These are all fear instilling. Okay, so that people would say, okay, I have lost my job too, so maybe I need to upgrade my skills. Okay, so I need to take this course. All right, so sometimes you need to instill that fear so that people actually would say, okay, I have to take it, I have to take it. Or maybe you want to have that calmness inside your writing. So you say something like, learn the right way to do what, to do what, to do what. Okay, so like for mothers, no hassle and stress free, you can learn about copywriting in just 5 days or something like that. Okay, so it's very calming. So know what kind of emotions you want to trigger. Okay, so this is just examples. Now, we also have call to action words. Okay, so for courses, I came out a few of the, not came out, from Maslin, he actually listed down a lot of call to action words, okay, that you can use inside your copywriting. But this is the ones that I chose from his list that is suitable for courses. Okay, in usually inside your blurb or your module writing, you need to end with a call to action words. Okay, what should they do after they are very interested, tempted, persuaded, influenced, and so on? What should they do next? Okay, so this is where you need to use words like book your slot now, or enroll in our course today, or buy the course today, choose your future now, or something like that. Hurry, don't wait, and buy your course today, join us today, subscribe, invest your future. Those kind of examples. Okay, invest in your future well-being, book your place on our course today. These are all call to action for the last part of the tips. Sell, close the sale. Okay, call to action words. So this is where you can use these words. Okay, and then I see that some of the triggering words that you can use for courses is discover, learn, realize, and so on. Okay, realize your dream career, or maybe discover your inner creativity, and so on. Or maybe learn about the tricks and techniques of doing promotional writing, something like that. Okay, so get to know all these words so that you can use it inside your blurb or your module description. Okay, now, what is a blurb? I keep on saying blurb, 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 but what is it? Okay, a blurb is actually a sales pitch for you. Okay, sales pitch for your course. Okay, a description to wow your readers in grabbing the attention, influence their mind, persuade them, and then sell your course. It should sound like a movie teaser. Okay, so usually when we wanted to watch movies, we would watch the trailer, right? So blurb is like a trailer for your course. Okay, a trailer to tease them. Okay, what is going to happen inside your course? So the number of words that is supposed to be for a blurb, not more than 150 words. But from what I see, when I compared Coursera, Masterclass, Domestika, and so on, 90 to 100 words is the best. Okay, because when it's too long, you just lose focus and you skip next. Okay, or you just click away. You just don't want to read about it. Okay, so 90 to 100 word is the best. But it can be up to 150. All right. So this is where you create a value statement about who you are, who you are, what is your course about, and how the course can help the reader. Okay, because as you can see, most of the courses that you have, you only mention about the course. Okay, from what I see from micro credential, because I've been in I've been looking into some micro credential in USM. I see that most description is just talking about the course description. Okay, it's not about selling. Okay, so tell first who you are, the one that is conducting the class, what is your course about, and how the course can help the reader. So use some kind of fun and relaxed language to get the people interested. Okay, because sometimes when it's too formal, it's very dry. When it's too dry, people don't read. People just, or maybe the class is also as dry as the blurb. Okay, they might think that way. All right, so what you need to do is create it to be more engaging. All right, usually these are some of the blurbs that I saw as good examples. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is in masterclass. But as you can see here, it is because they have celebrities, they have bestseller writers and so on. So they use that to grab the attention of the readers. With 4 New York Times bestsellers, Daniel Pink is an influential voice in the evolving landscape of sales and motivation. Now the author of To Sell is Human, one of his books, teaches you science-backed principles for effective and ethical sales and persuasion. Learn tactics for achieving better outcomes in any interaction at home or at work, and tools for framing your message, navigating cognitive biases, and pitching ideas, products, or yourself. As you can see here, one, it tempts you with this celebrity, okay, the Daniel Pink, okay. And then the influence is about, okay, we have some science-based principles for you to learn, okay. And then it says here, you can learn it anywhere. So it is a good persuasion. Okay, you can learn it anywhere. Don't worry. You can do it at home or at work. Okay, and then you close the sale. Okay, it's for yourself, for maybe your products or for your ideas. Okay, it has all the tips inside one blurb. All right, so you need to write something like this. So it is very interesting. Okay, this is one example. Second example is also from masterclass. One of the most important and influential artists working today, Jeff Koons, is perhaps best known for his iconic balloon dog. Okay, so as you can see here, it always came out with one greatest achievement of that person. Okay, it's same with here. To Sell is Human teaches you. So this is must be his book that has sold millions of copies maybe. Okay, so his greatest achievement, one greatest achievement. Same here with Jeff Koons, one greatest achievement, balloon dog. Okay, now he's inviting you to an intimate, thought-provoking conversation about the history, purpose, and pleasures of art. Okay, learn how color, scale, form, and texture can help you express ideas and communicate with others. Leave your judgment, self-judgment, and fear behind. The world is waiting for your art. So there's tempt, there's influence, there's persuade, and there's sell. Okay, all right. So this is where you need to construct your mind so that you have to write something similar. I know that maybe, like for me, I don't have something that is best known across the world, something like Daniel Pink or Jeff Koons, but you have to find something in you, okay, that exudes or, make you stand out from others, all right? You guys are still with me, right? Okay. I'm so afraid that my line suddenly cut off or something. All right. Okay. This is from Domestika. Okay. Copywriting principles of writing for advertising. This is also a blurb. It has one liner, the headline. Learn techniques to translate your ideas into words and create powerful copy in different formats. And then they have 2 para to tempt you, persuade you, influence you, and so on. So firstly, tempt you by telling you that the instructor is actually an award-winning copywriter from Keynes. Okay, the Keynes Award is one of the highest achievement for creative people. Okay, and then translating ideas into creative concept is an art. So she tells you what she's going to do, a promise, and then persuade you, learn the basic principles, creative tools, helpful techniques, and copywriting tricks for creating good copy. That is persuade. And then discover the entire process of ad campaign and develop your own, from brainstorming to creating pieces and publishing them in different formats. That's sell. Okay, so this is where all of the tips is implemented inside the blurbs. Can you guys do something like this? I believe you can.
Can.
Okay. All right. So this is another example, but this one is very brief. Okay. As you can see, plan and write a novel in 90 days or less. It makes a promise, right? A time promise. Learn how to plan and write entertaining and engaging novels that your readers will love. A promise. Okay. Influence. From scratch. Something that is like, wow, from scratch, just 90 days of writing a novel. Are you serious? I'm writing an article pun berapa lama ambil masa kan? Okay. So, you get them interested with some promise, but you have to ensure that your promise is actually delivered. Okay. And then the sell is get access today. All right. But this is very simple. We don't want something like this because this is a very simple course. Okay. So we want something like Domestika or Masterclass. All right. Now, after getting to know how many words to write in a blurb, which is 90 to 100 or 150, and the tips, formula, and so on, let's go to Padlet and start writing the blurb for your course. Maybe we can do it in 10 minutes. Do you have your course description ready? Or maybe it's in your minds because you're very passionate about your course.
Okay, let's do it now. But
Okay.
Atika, can you copy the link in the chat
Of
box?
course. Okay, sure. Wait, hold on.
So let's see who will take up the challenge.
All right. Okay, here's the Padlet.
Okay, let's do it, everyone.
So just 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I think 5 minutes will do.
Okay. Prof the advance. Prof give me a course. Okay, I see that there's 2 posts. How about others? Before we dissect one by one. Remember, this is a blurb. Okay, not a course description yet, but a blurb.
Oh, dia baru blurb ya. Oh.
Blurb saja.
Okay.
So blurb, you have to count the words. 90 to 150.
Okay.
Okay, not too much. Tak apa, Doktor. Dr. J is okay. You try to, to play with the words. Like this course exposes the students, maybe you write students into you so that it's more conversational, rather than saying just students, say you, exposes you to planning and so on. It's okay, Dr. J. We can do this. Okay, don't worry. This is part of the learning process. Let's just, you try to make it more conversational. All right. Macam Prof Karim, Dah ada dah kat situ. Cuma maybe nampak macam terlalu panjang. Maybe
Yang
boleh
saya buat
top.
description sekali actually. So
Patutlah.
ah,
Mungkin boleh compactkan dia
Ah.
jadi one para dulu.
Yep.
Okay.
Dia kena edit balik.
Okay, alright.
So yang lain-lain saya harap
Betul lah.
semua apa ni participate ya dalam exercise ni. Dalam Google dalam YouTube
Padlet.
ada copy tak link Padlet tadi ya?
Rasa ada dalam chat tadi.
No, I mean dalam YouTube.
Oh.
Wani tak copy tadi ya? Okay, tak apa. Nanti let me copy
Ada orang tengok melalui YouTube juga ke?
Ya, ada YouTube juga.
Okay.
Okay, Padlet. Okay. The Art of Blurb. Kenapa tak boleh edit ni?
Tak boleh edit ke? Sekejap saya check.
Saya dah post tadi tapi nak edit balik. Dekat apa ni? Padlet ni. Actually kalau the second part in my Padlet ni, the second part tu is it enough to be a Atika?
Ya, doktor. Ya, Prof. Yang Google site is a boon tu ke?
No. Yang the second paragraph. Kalau yang tu can that be just a blurb?
Oh, that one liner. I mean two liners ni. Creating
Yeah.
online teaching or training module can be daunting challenge for most
No.
people. Afraid
No.
not.
The after the course title, the second one.
The DIY way of creating a teaching. Okay.
Can that be a
Boleh.
blurb?
It can be a blurb but it's too short.
Too short, eh?
Too short. Yang ni bunyi dia macam a liner je.
Okay.
Okay.
So it can be a longer, yeah?
Yes, up to 150 words. But
right.
the best blurb is 90 to 100.
Okay.
Alright.
Tak boleh.
Tak boleh edit lah.
Saya delete dulu.
Okay. Untuk Dr. Sherkawi, this sounds good. Okay, yang in an era where sharing is of no limits. Maybe kena tengok dulu of no limits tu apa benda, because bunyi macam ada grammatical error kot. Former USM Apex Dream Team Sherkawi Mahfuz will share his personal and in-depth experience on how USM got to be Apex, learn how to replicate this in your organization and take it to the next level. Also learn strategies for expanding a brand, leading with integrity and making bold moves in creating a world-leading institution. I think this sounds good. Okay, for a blurb. Alright, then we have another one. Sorry, I forgot to share. Use Iron Creek to draw tree diagrams in your T&L activities. Drawing a tree diagram is a process that you can accomplish through regular practice. In this course, Audi Yusuf will show you how to create tree diagrams using immediate constituent bracketing. He will go through the initial steps of creating simple tree diagrams in morphology and syntax using the brackets in Iron Creek. Then she will share how to apply the brackets to other fields as a bonus. Dr. Odi, yang ni pun bunyi macam okey. Cuma dalam satu blurb, kalau boleh jangan terlalu banyak jargons lah. Okay. Nanti dia sound very macam scary pula dia orang nak apa tu go through kan. Mungkin sebab saya tak pasti dia punya course macam mana. Sebab banyak sangat jargons, constituent bracketing, morphology, syntax, brackets, and then yang apa tu dia punya program Iron Creek tu tak apalah. Okay. Cuma mungkin kena buat dia layman sikit untuk orang macam faham. Okay. Macam saya, kalau saya tak tahu, saya very interested untuk tahu pasal TNL activities, tapi saya tak faham certain jargons ni, mungkin akan menyebabkan orang rasa turn off sikit kan. So what you need to do is that walaupun you guna constituent bracketing ataupun morphology and syntax, but make it more layman sikit, macam mungkin ada bracket cerita what is that actually. Okay. Just a short term ataupun words to define what is constituent bracketing, morphology dan perkara-perkara yang lain itulah, so that it doesn't sound too many jargons. Okay. Sama yang ni dua. Dr. Radia, Dr. Odi. Boleh ke saya panggil Odi?
Boleh, boleh.
Boleh sebab dia tulis Odi kan, saya pun cakap je Odi. Okay. Alright. Modul penjagaan kendiri kaki pesakit. Kaki adalah anggota yang sering diabaikan oleh pesakit diabetes sehingga menyebabkan berlaku amputasi atau potong kaki. Namun isu ini didapati berlaku disebabkan kurangnya pengetahuan tentang penjagaan kaki yang betul. Oleh itu, dengan mengikuti modul yang dilengkapi dengan panduan yang mudah, ringkas dan menarik ini, pemberi kesihatan keluarga dan pesakit diabetes dapat mencegah kesihatan amputasi ini dengan lebih mudah. Bunyi macam okey dah Dr. Intan. Cuma mungkin Dr. Intan boleh cerita sikit tentang sebab this is more about something that needs credential kan, because it's about kesihatan, so it needs a bit about you juga sebab you are a medical officer kan dan juga pensyarah, so maybe boleh nampakkan that credential of that kesihatan juga untuk sell the course, untuk tunjuk okay this is from experts. Okay. Then we have pharmacology made easy for dental students, getting headaches learning pharmacology, tired of memorizing theories, too many drugs too difficult to understand, learn pharmacology the easy way from us with wealth of experience in clinical experience in drug dispensing and clinical prescription. Enroll in this course now and spend less time doing pharmacology revision. Last minute revision is not a problem anymore. Okay, Dr. Rosmaliza, it's very funny and also enticing lah kan. Sebab for me lah, memang kalau as a student memang saya rasa malas nak memorize teori semua. You hit all of the problems yang kita ada dalam student kan. Okay, so this is good, and you also mentioned that you have clinical experience in drug dispensing, so it's more legit dan sebagainya. Cuma maybe kurangkan dia punya soalan tu. Macam banyak sangat soalan, macam banyak sangat problem pembaca kan. Apa tu, kurangkan salah satu. Just make it 2 question only yang menyebabkan dia rasa okay, this is a problem that they need to encounter. Last minute revision is not a problem anymore. And tu sounds interesting. Cuma mungkin boleh letak atas kot sebab enroll in this course now should be at the last part because you're selling it at the end. Boleh ke doktor?
Boleh Dr. Atika, terima kasih.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Dr. Atika, saya Dr. Intan.
Okay.
Boleh tanya? Yang saya punya tadi macam doktor kata masukkan juga kita punya apa tadi credential kita kan. Maksudnya masa awal-awal tu kita cakap okay saya adalah
tak payah cakap saya adalah. Mungkin macam Dr. Rosmiza tadi kalau doktor baca Learn pharmacology the easy way from us with wealth of experience in clinical experience in drug dispensing and clinical prescription. So macam kat sini, doktor boleh cakap, namun isu ini didapati berlaku disebabkan kurangnya pengetahuan tentang penjagaan kaki yang betul. Mungkin ditulis kat sini, diajar ataupun
Okey, mungkin boleh tambah sini. Oleh itu dengan mengikuti modul yang yang disampaikan daripada kumpulan pakar dari segi diabetes gitu pakar diabetes gitu.
Boleh, yes, that sounds better. Supaya nampak ada
faham.
credential kat situ. Tak perlu cakap saya tu lah.
Okey, secara tak langsung nampak benda tu.
Sebab tak nak nampak very notice sangat kan.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, no problem. Thank you Dr. Intan. Pharmacotherapy. Oh, banyak betul daripada drugs. Pharmacists are the gatekeepers of medicine and are responsible in providing the safest and most effective medications to the patients. However, one size fits all in drug selection process, dosing regimens cannot be applied for all patients across all human population. Accounting for the heterogeneity of the general population, studies and clinical trials will perform together appropriate information in drug selection and dosing. Special populations in this module will specifically refer to pregnant women, children, and elderly geriatrics. Each of these population has specific consideration that must be taken into account in relation to drug therapy management. Dr. Aizati, mungkin boleh tulis semula supaya dia bunyi macam conversational sikit, because sekarang ni saya nampak dia macam sangat factual. Okay, bila dia sangat factual pun dia bunyi sangat dry kan. Mungkin dekat bahagian atas tu dah one size fits all in drug selection tu okay, cuma how is it a problem for the people? You have to mention it supaya bunyi macam you are talking to the reader. Okay, and then kat bawah ni, is it the audience that will be going through this module atau macam mana ya doktor?
Dr. Tika, terima kasih ya. This course is actually for pharmacists. So that's why audience is pharmacist, sebab dia macam CPD punya ataupun student pharmacy lah. So that's why sangat spesifik actually.
Okay. Walaupun untuk student pharmacy, tapi boleh juga masih buatkan dia jadi conversational. So mungkin doktor boleh buatkan seperti macam bercakap lah. Okay. As a pharmacist, you are the gatekeepers of medicine and are responsible in providing the safest and most effective medication to all patients. However, one size fits all in drug selection process and dosing regimens cannot be applied for all patients across all human population. Lepas tu boleh accounting for blah blah blah, and then you need to gather appropriate information in drug. You know, you infusekan perkataan you tu supaya boleh rasa macam you bercakap dengan orang tu secara one on one. Boleh ke? Alright. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tika.
No problem. Okay, saya tengok atas pula. Dr. Maizura, Dr. Maizura, meeting consumers' perceptions and expectations through sensory analysis for food product marketability. Food sensory evaluation plays an important role in the way people perceive the products. It is crucial to understand consumer preference in order to produce products that will be sold successfully in the market. Successfully applied sensory analysis could resolve specific challenges encountered by manufacturers in the preparation of new food products or in the reinvention of existing food products in the market. Okay, Dr. Maizura, dia macam very mouthful kan? Everything in one sentence kadang-kadang tu. Macam especially successfully applied sensory analysis could resolve specific challenges encountered by manufacturers in the preparation of new food products or in the reinvention of existing food products in the market for macam sampai 3 kali saya kena tarik nafas. Apa tu? Okay, so mungkin boleh simplifiedkan lagi. Make it more easy to digest lah. Okay, banyak sangat jargon juga macam Dr. Odi tadi. Mungkin boleh laymankan sikit. Okay, saya faham yang ni scientific. Saya pun tak boleh nak komen banyak tentang scientific punya terms kan. Cuma the way the write up tu dia sangat factual juga. So mungkin orang tak boleh tangkap. Okay, so what are you selling me? Okay, I know about food sensory too. Let's say lah that person kononnya dia pun tahu tentang food sensory, but what are you selling me here? Okay, so mungkin kena cerita sikit yang I will help you to understand better on how to apply sensory analysis, where it could resolve your challenges in manufacturing of new food products, something like that. Okay, dia punya ayat tu lebih kepada macam tu. Boleh ke Dr. Maizura?
Ya, boleh. Terima kasih, Doktor.
Okay, no problem. Yang bawah tu okay dah, dia punya selling tu. Let's learn the trick to understand consumer perceptions about your product. Yang tu okay. Dia very enticing lah. Cuma yang bahagian atas ni je. Okay, thank you Dr. Maizura. Research and the purpose of life, data, purpose and findings. Karim Ramadan has helped thousands of students in USM to discover their purpose and complete their studies while finding their purpose in life, which many now are top leaders in 47 countries. Wow. The renowned writer and supervisor will disclose his secrets in writing and supervising. Scale up small ideas into captivating storytelling, and from coaching beginner students to be the leader through impactful research. I think this sounds good. Cuma Dr. Karim boleh cakap seperti bercakap berdua. Okay. Karim Ramadan has helped thousands of students in USM, which many now are top leaders. Okay. Sebab ini macam dia cakap sebagai third person kan. So mungkin boleh tambah sikit, scale up small ideas into captivating storytelling, beginner students, or maybe tukar kepada we will ataupun this course will help you in understanding how to captivate people through storytelling by scaling up small ideas and by being a leader through impactful research dan sebagainya. Just change the structure of the sentence supaya dia bunyi macam bercakap dengan orang. Itu saja. Boleh ke Dr. Karim? Boleh lah kot. Okay. Ni Prof Karim. Prof Karim, betul lah? Atas kali kan? Betul kan? Okay. Using Google Sites to create a teaching or training module. Learn the DIY way of creating or teaching or training module on the fly using Google Sites. You want a quick and easy way of creating, just use Google Site. Google Site really is a very simple application that enables anyone to create a teaching or does not have more. Okay, Prof, dia dah very simple dengan senang nak faham. Cuma sebab kat atas dah cakap DIY way, lepas tu bawah cakap quick and easy way. So dia macam contradicting juga kan. Redundant. Dia pun contradicting juga sebab atas DIY bunyi macam susah, tiba-tiba bawah quick and easy kan.
DIY maksud senang
do it yourself kan?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Mungkin Prof boleh pilih salah satu kot. Sebab dia macam repetitive kat bawah ni.
Repetitive Okay.
Repetitive. And then bawah ni dah okay. He will guide you to how to create your teaching or training module at the 11 hour using Google Sites. Bawah dah okay dah. Alright. Cuma yang kat ni dua ni je. Nak bunyi macam sama je.
Alright, boleh improve. Thank you.
Alright, thank you Prof. Okay, ada saya tertinggal ke mana-mana? Tata bahasa. Okay. Tata bahasa Melayu interaktif. Anda pastinya mengalami masalah penggunaan kata. Alamak, orang bahasa. Okey, saya rasa takut pula. Anda pastinya mengalami masalah penggunaan kata yang anda rasa betul tetapi kata tersebut salah penggunaannya. Sebagai contoh, mendownloadkan sepatutnya membuat turun. Okey, oleh hal yang demikian anda tidak perlu risau. Kursus ini akan membantu anda memahami tata bahasa Melayu dengan lebih baik. Malah cara mempelajari tata bahasa Melayu secara interaktif akan menjadikan anda lebih seronok mempelajari tata bahasa yang betul. Kami, tenaga pengajar PBBLT USM akan membantu anda untuk memahami tata bahasa yang betul. Okay, Puan Julie, saya rasa it sounds good, punchy, and then dia macam saya pun kadang-kadang macam, alamak betul juga saya pun kadang-kadang mendownloadkan cakap kat orang, tapi sebenarnya membuat turun. Okay, saya pula yang rasa macam saya nak masuk kelas ni. Okay, okay, I think it's there. Dia punya tips tu semua ada temp, and then dia ada influence, dia ada persuade, and then bawah dia ada macam a short reminder that you know, we are from PBBLT kan. Cuma sell tu, sell saya mungkin kat sini kot cara mempelajari ni. Cara mempelajari tata bahasa Melayu. So saya rasa dah okay, alright. Cuma kena tengok spelling mistake macam tu je lah. Okay. Alright, thank you.
Dalam blurb kena ada call to action jugalah, the selling part.
Kalau boleh. Kalau boleh.
Okay.
Sebab kalau itulah saya cakap cara mempelajari bahasa cerita menjadi ada lebih seronok. Mungkin yang tu kat belah bawah supaya dia bunyi macam okay. Sebab selalunya bila kita dah menggoda orang, kita dah memujuk orang, kita nak orang membuat sesuatu kan. So bila yang terakhir tu buat sesuatu tu nak buat apa? Selalunya kita kena cakap lah.
Take action lah.
Discover your your way to learning apa-apa ke, ataupun beli ke, course ni ke, you know, something like that lah untuk buat sesuatu. Alright. So blurb dah okay semuanya? Faham setakat ni? Alright. So kita
kena practice lagi ni. Kena practice.
Practice sikit-sikit. Tapi kalau dah tahu format tu kira dah okay lah. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tapi kenapa kita dapat tak sampai 10 punya dah exercise ni?
Tak berapa pasti.
kita ada berapa sekarang ni?
Mungkin semuanya masih nak tengok, sebab selalu macam tu kan, macam saya pun kadang-kadang bila masuk course kan, saya tengok dulu orang lain buat macam mana. Lepas tu nanti baru saya buat. Okay. Alright, kita teruskan dengan bagaimana hendak menulis module description ataupun about your course. We still have time, right? Okay, do you guys need a break ke? Tak perlu kan?
Okay, kau boleh teruskan ke?
Okay, boleh teruskan. Alright. Alright, just now you learn about blurbs. Blurbs dia macam short teaser, okay? A short description about your course. But right now you have to write your module description, about your course. It depends on certain website. Ada website guna about your course. Macam kita punya micro credential is module description. So you need to have this rationale or information that is very clear and easy to digest lah for course takers. So usually we have to highlight on the key content, the knowledge and skills that these course takers will learn and experience. Okay, so use common terms. Macam tadi pun in blurbs, most of you use a lot of jargons kan. I understand sebab macam even me, I thought it's not a jargon because maybe I say copywriting, maybe when I say mass communication, or when I say engagement, or you know, all those words sounds to me like not a jargon because kita setiap hari guna kan dalam kita punya course and dalam kita punya teaching, and we've learned about it since our degree and so on. But you have to remember, not everyone that takes your course could be from the same field. So kita kena tone down kan sedikit lah, not entirely, because I understand macam pharmacology, from science background semua perlukan all those jargons to ensure that people understand this is about this. But tone down sikit saja supaya tak nampak macam you are really talking about this course sahaja, so that people can understand better what is this course about. Okay, so the number of words for your module description tak terlalu banyak, sebab kalau banyak nanti orang lose focus. 100 to 200 words. Okay, sebab bagi most readers, when you want to grab their attention, it should be between 3 to 4 minutes je. Sepatutnya bawah daripada 3 minit. Okay, especially bila dalam website, sebab kita macam tahu kita sangat busy kan. Kita nak orang tu baca secepat mungkin dan digest and then terus buat action. Alright, so try to limit your words to 100 to 200 words, and then the format is first you need to say why do the cost needs to be covered. Okay, maknanya mengapa benda ni kena ada. You know, the problem tu lah kan tadi, macam tadi. Macam the blurb, but not so much into teasing, okay? Excuse me. And then how will it help the cost takers? So that we can bang on the emotion of the cost takers. What are the key contents or principles to be taught? Okay, yang ni you boleh cakap pasal those you know, jargon, software dan sebagainya. And then what are the activities or assessment that the cost takers need to do? Because usually bila cost takers nak baca tentang description or read on description, they want to know how will it help my life? What are the things that I will learn? And what do I need to do? What do I need to do is the activities kan, ataupun assessment yang dia kena buat. Macam saya dulu masa saya ambil foundation certificate pun is the same thing. Saya baca yang tu juga. Saya nak tahu okay berapa lama saya kena ambil course ni, and then siapa pengajarnya, apa dalam content dia, interesting atau tak interesting, and then alamak kena buat essay ke, kena buat exam ke, apa ke. Yang tu yang kita nak tahu last sekali. So you have to have that format inside about your course. Excuse me. Alright. So this is an example of a really long about this course. And I feel that, okay, dia ini dalam edX, okay, it is taught by Harvard Business School, Professor Tarun Khanna. It's a business and management course. So dia memang very conversational. Dia guna you will learn about prior attempts to address dan sebagainya. The focus of this course is on individual agency. What can you address? And then the creative process. The course then teaches you on blah blah blah. And then the settings are diverse. Dia memang very informative. But it's too long. Lebih daripada 200 words. So sometimes nanti you will lose your audience bila dia sampai dekat the second paragraph. Okay. Orang dah macam okay lah, I dah tahu dah apa benda ni, okay fine, dia tolak je. Padahal kat bawah tu selalunya ada call to action. Putus? Are you guys still here with me?
Ya, yes, apa ni? Okay.
Okay apa tu Dr. Radia kata putus. Dia okay ke? Okay kot.
Lah dia putus, tak putus lah. You yang putus ni.
Okay. Orang okay, ingatkan
Okay,
saya dah
you
terputus
start.
dah tadi.
Ya, okay.
Okay, alright. So bila kat sini nampak it's very long. So and then the way dia write pun very factual. Cuma dia ada conversational lah. So what you need to think about is when you write about this course, you also need to know that you are still persuading them, you know, to take your course. Okay, bukan hanya blurb saja. Your module description pun you're still trying to capture them. Sorry, kenapa lah suara ni? Okay. So yang ni Coursera pula. Pun sama. Apa tu? Dia lebih kurang 200 words. Tapi yang ni sangat very technological. Jargon tu memang banyak sangat. Okay. As you can see here, machine learning is the science of getting computers to act without being explicitly programmed. In the past decade, machine learning has given us self-driving cars, practical speech, effective web search, and a vastly improved understanding of the human genome. Pervasive today, you probably use it dozens of times. So as you can see, dia memang betul-betul cerita what is machine learning all about. Okay, boleh. You can do that. You can always do that. It's just that it's too much about machine learning sehingga macam bila nak tahu pasal kelas baru dah in the middle of the content. So you might lose the focus of your course takers. Okay, selalunya bila kita nak grab their attention, kita jangan dwell atau blab too much about it. Okay, kita make it punchy. Okay, machine learning is about what? Okay, one liner enough. And then terus straight away, you have this problem. Okay, So we are trying to help you with this problem. So in this class, this is where you will learn about machine learning, about apa-apa. Okay? Because sekarang ni dia macam berjela-jela cerita machine learning apa, and then baru cerita pasal in class akan buat apa, lepas tu pasal teori, dan finally you learn about Silicon Valley best practices in. It's too many things to digest. Okay? Try to limit it. Okay? Walaupun sepatutnya course description atau module description sepatutnya very in-depth on trying to tell you what you will learn and so on. But at the same time, think about how people will digest your information. You know, lagi-lagi dia punya peletakan words pula terlalu dekat semuanya, tidak dijarak-jarakkan. Maybe should be in this class dijadikan sepatutnya paragraf kedua supaya nampak ada gap after you learn about machine learning, then you learn about the class. Okay, and then this course provides blah 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 blah, and then this course will also draw from numerous case study and blah blah blah. Still, there's no call to action on what they should do after this. Should they enroll or should not enroll? So the tips formula is also not used wisely lah inside this Coursera punya module description. So these two, walaupun memang very informative, but dia tak catchy. Dia bukan promotional writing. Okay, so I just want to show the difference between this and this. This is module description from Domestika. Like I said, they really can tempt you, influence you, and persuade you to actually buy diorang punya course. Okay. Firstly, the cerita. Start to get to know Erica Egg, who shares with you her journey as an advertising creative and what inspires her concepts and text. Then she goes over the course program and explains the final project to you. Okay. So dia macam very conversational. Cerita, okay, you get to know me, and then after that I will show you what's going on. Okay. Then dia cakap, discover the principles of copywriting, the day-to-day tasks of copywriter and the most used tools in the field. So dia bagi tahu, okay, I'm going to tell you about copywriting and what is the tools that you're going to learn, and then this is how I write. Okay, how you will write too. Okay. Then share some tips for you to use in your campaign and common mistakes to avoid and so on. Learn about. So again, dia cakap, so that you don't need to think about too much on how to solve a problem sangat about your advertising campaign, because I have the solution for you. Okay, mistakes pun I akan tunjuk, dan dia memang betul-betul cerita. Walaupun dia tak menggunakan jargon sangat, tapi she actually entice you to learn more about it. Okay, and then dia bagi tahu, okay, what they need to do, the assessment, and at last what you will get. Alright. So this is what you will need to do for your module description. Make it very interesting. Sebab I know most of you from science dengan technology background mungkin rasa macam, how can we do this? Because this is more on creative. You still can do this. You start with making an introduction about your course by saying it in more layman punya situation. Then you say, okay, to solve that problem, this is what you need to learn. Okay, then you talk about all the theories, the principles, then your technical jargons and so on. Then you say, okay, with this course, what they need to do. Okay, the assessment that they need to go through, or the exams and so on. In the end, this is what you will get, a certificate of what. Okay, so then they know what they need to go through, what they need to finish, and what they will get in the end. The benefit, the so what factor is answered. Okay, so remember, in the first part, you need to get the goal out. Okay, what makes your course different from others? Remember the first exercise just now, the goal, the so what factor, it must be stated in the first para. Okay. This is another about this course from Coursera. Even though it's from Coursera, but this one sounds a bit layman and also easy to digest, okay? Because it banks on the problem of the course takers, the problem of society, and how we can solve this society problem through this course, okay? And then it states on what will this course offer, the topics, and how these topics can help the society again. So it banks on the course takers punya emotional side, okay? You know, why we are supposed to be afraid, what makes us happy, and so on. It's about mental illness. So this is about psychology, introduction to psychology. All right. So you can do something like this too. It does not mean you need to write so long for your module description. All right. This is another one in Udacity. Why take this nano degree program? Communicating effectively is one of the most important skills built on your data or business background to drive data-driven recommendation, whether you are a data analyst looking to communicate more effectively or a business leader looking. So here you can see they know who they're talking to, the audience. It's either data analyst or a business leader, okay? And then you will finish this program to use data effectively in visual stories and presentation. So it gives you a problem, it gives you a solution. Okay, and then here there are the supporting statement to back up. Okay, to show that why you need this program, because according to Link, this is what is most in demand skill. So that's why you need to get into this School of Cybersecurity. You know, these are the things that you need to do for your model description. Make a persuasion that makes them really want to learn about your course. Okay, it doesn't mean that although your course is you know, very jargon, very technical, that is not an interesting program. You can make it interesting through how you write your module description. All right, so you get how you want to do your about your course or module description. Okay, are you guys still here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we are still here.
Semua senyap, tiba-tiba mesti banyak kerja. Okay, alright. So what I need you guys to do, based on your blurb just now, try to come out your module description. Can you guys do that? You have your blurb, then try to extend your blurb with your more information about your course so that it becomes a module description. Do it inside Padlet again, the same Padlet. So remember, the format is, why do this course needs to be covered? How will it help the course takers? What are the key content or principles to be taught? And what are the activities or assessment that the course takers need to do? These are the format that you need to remember. And not more than 200 words. I see Dr. Iza is also in here. She's also an expert in writing, copywriting. Hi, Doctor.
Hai, Tika. Tadi ada meeting baru masuk.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Izzah, jom kita buat exercise ni.
Boleh masuk
Saya
Padlet
baru
again.
masuk kemarin. Tadi ada kerja baru nak dengar Dr. Tika cakap Prof Atika.
You all kena tolong CDAE ni untuk apa ni, apa kata apa, tengok kita punya blurb, kita punya course description.
Boleh, insyaAllah. Dr. Tika boleh lead.
Apa tu? This is the Padlet, so you guys can masuk balik and try to amend your blurb to extend it into your module description.
The same Padlet tadi?
Same Padlet tadi.
Oh, the same Padlet.
Yes.
Okay, yang ni saya punya. Atika.
Okay, Doktor, saya stop sharing ni, saya buka.
Okay, Dr. Izal pun boleh tolong komen.
Tiba-tiba saya keluar lah, Prof.
Ha? Apa dia?
Saya keluar lah, Prof.
Ni macam tulis abstract lah, belajar tulis abstract kan, tapi ni lain sikit kan?
Ya betul. Dia macam abstract but make it more interesting lah.
Because yang ini more on like ada marketing punya elements kan, lain sikit. Seronok sebenarnya. Saya I like to learn all this.
Boleh lah. Tapi bila kena selalu buat jadi macam susah juga kadang-kadang kalau tak ada idea.
I see.
Using Google Slides. Great.
Di pusat komunikasi ada berapa orang copywriting punya kepakaran?
Setakat ni sebelum ni ada Puan Kamalia. But she has retired. So setakat ni memang dalam komunikasi saya lah yang mengajar copywriting.
I see.
Tapi macam Dr. Izal, Dr. Sureti, semua kepakaran masing-masing jugalah. Yang macam Dr. Izal more to social media marketing kan, Doktor?
To research lah.
But she can also write because I remember some of the work that we did together. Memang dia boleh write. So boleh juga dapatkan opinion daripada Dr. Izal.
Itulah nak kena tak tolong lah.
Kita humble sangat ni.
Kena masukkan Dr. Izal dengan Dr. Atika dalam kami punya micro credential team of QC.
Prof Karim, yang untuk Prof punya mungkin macam sebab memang kita boleh promote dengan sell tapi jangan hard selling sangat kan, betul tak? Okay. So macam dekat atas ni, Google Site is a boon, one of the best free application available from Google. If you want a quick and easy way of creating a teaching or a training module, just use ini. Okay. It may not have all the bell and whistles, but all intent and purposes, you can create a fully functional website or teaching module in no time. And tu pun dah selling dah. Lepas tu bawah ni ada lagi sekali, give it a try kan. So mungkin kena kurangkan dia punya sebab kadang-kadang bila pembaca dia tak suka kena push banyak kali kan. So macam ni dia macam banyak sangat ke atas dah, and then tengah ada lagi, and then bawah ada lagi.
Alright.
So kurangkan sikit lah. Maybe salah satu. This is not exaggeration ni. Bahagian yang mana tadi? Bahagian it may not have all the bell and whistles but all intent and purposes. You can create a fully functional website or teaching module. This is not exaggeration. So yang ni mungkin boleh tone down sikit lah dia punya writing tu.
Okay.
Okay. Bawah ni dah okay dah.
Alright. Okay.
Alright.
Boleh dapat B lah ni ya? Boleh dapat B lah. Boleh dapat B.
Prof, jangan perasan, Prof.
Sendiri bagi grade.
Boleh lah. Cuma tu je lah, bila hard selling sangat nanti orang akan ignore juga kan. Sebab kita kena fikir juga macam seolah-olah kita customer. Kalau kita dapat advertisement, kalau sekali keluar okey, kalau ada banyak kali keluar dia rasa macam mengganggu.
Macam macam boleh berlebih lah ya.
Boleh berlebih. So bila you have that, nanti orang akan macam turn off jugalah. Itu. Alright.
Alright, that's a good feedback. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. At 30 years old, Abu Liam Kahi was. Yang ni buat oleh siapa? At 13 years old, Abu Liang Kahi was a nasi lemak seller taking drawing class at night conducted by a retired teacher. Dia macam buat macam a situation kan. Boleh sebenarnya, cuma bila macam ni dia tak nampak the relevance between nasi lemak seller dengan architecture tu. But I understand you're trying to say that it's actually a drawing class, on architectural class. Tapi itulah dia from the top ni, bahagian at 13 years old ni dengan bawah ni dia tak jive. Mungkin kena make it more believable lah. Dia macam tak believable sangat. At 13 years old, Abu Liang Kahi was a nasi lemak seller taking drawing class at night conducted by a retired teacher. But he was able to see a vision of what architecture could accomplish went on to reshape our city skylines and the imaginations of artists and designers around the world. Mungkin kena reconstruct. I mean, I understand this could be a real life experience, but reconstruct the question, the sentence to make it tak nampak macam exaggeration. It could be betul, that is what really happened, but bunyi dia macam unbelievable juga. Okay, so just tone it down sikit lah. Alright, boleh ke?
Siapa ni?
Siapa?
Is someone from HBP.
HBP rasanya. Tak apalah. It's still okay, cuma boleh tone down sikit. Itu je.
I think my impression is when I read this one, basically what made him an architect because of the experience,
The
during the
drawing class experience.
class and so on. So and
Itulah,
now
saya nampak, cuma mungkin macam mana, dia tak nampak jive jugalah dengan bawah tu kan. Kena the storytelling kat atas tu kena make it more smoother lagi kot. Dia punya ayat yang atas ni.
maybe boleh rearrange pula kot
rearrange, yes.
Yeah.
Dia tak adalah entirely tak boleh, cuma rearrange to make it sound more believable lah. Itu je. Alright.
Any question from the person yang buat ni? Kalau nak tanya lagi, get a clarification. I think it's a good opportunity to get clarification from Dr. Atika.
Ada kelas kot.
Okay, tak apa.
Okay, alright. Yang bahagian atas, menu management for startup. Menu management for startup is a contemporary and up-to-the-minute course which aims to give participants an overview of the essential information they require to create a successful startup business in the food industry. This course introduces chefs, aspiring managers, startup small business owner, potential entrepreneurs or students interested in the food industry into the fundamental skills and knowledge required to lead and manage a successful food or culinary business. Mungkin participant ni tulis you will gain valuable insights into a range of elements that impact the success of a business, including but not limited to the elements vital to a successful business plan. This is mouthful. Mungkin boleh break down into 2 sentences. Siapa ni? Dr. Zafira. Boleh ke?
Okay, boleh Dr. Atika.
Okay. To achieve the best outcomes for participants, mungkin boleh juga for your best outcome ataupun something very conversational sikit lah. Because yang ni tak rasa you are trying to entice them juga kan. Very dry sikit. And then this short course combines innovative teaching methods for you to engage in discussion around a range of matters to clarify your needs. So the information is there, cuma the promotional punya element tu tak ada. The tips tadi kan, tempt, influence, persuade dengan sell. So mungkin boleh reword sikit and then the sentences tu break down supaya tak rasa macam mouthful untuk bercakap ataupun untuk membaca. So that is more clearer for the readers to read. Tapi you achieve 157 words lah, okay. Cuma yang bawah sekali, learning activities and self-assessment are used to ensure. Maybe you can write, in this course, you will need to complete learning activities and self-assessment, you know, to ensure your continuity of learning, you know, so that they know what they need to do, okay. Alright. Itu je daripada saya, Dr. Safira. Kalau
Okay,
boleh,
thank you Dr. Tika.
Alright, thank you. Ni atas ni Syakawi Mahfuz yang tadi. Alright, so you want to lead your organisation to the next level. It's not an easy task, but we are here to help you with that. Syakawi Mahfuz will help to simplify this journey for you. Dia terus bagi satu-satu ni. Apa maksudnya, doktor? Ni ada 3 option ke? The introduction, meet your new instructor. Former Apex Dream Team of USM Syakawi Mahfuz in his introduction talks about what he's learned from great teachers and what he wants to share with you. Using your time effectively, to demonstrate how you use your time effectively. Okay, so these are all the things that they will learn. The course will be online with online exercise and okay, ready. This is very interesting. Dr. Syakawi, saya rasa dia very macam mana, impactful because you tell them, you ask them, you tell them what to do and how we are going to solve the problem for you. Okay, bagus. Cuma bila dia letakkan sebagai 3 macam ni, nampak macam it's not try to compact it sikit lah kan. The introduction, meet your new instructor boleh, tapi mungkin just to terus kepada in his introduction, the instructor or Syakawi Mahfuz will talk about what he's learned from great teachers and what he wants to share with you. Okay, dah tak perlu ada meet your new instructor and so on and so on. And then for the second part, using your time effectively, Syakawi will demonstrate how you use your time effectively by sharing his experience on how he structures his day, you know, make it more. Sebab sekarang ni is all about you, okay, but actually you want to make it is all about them, kan, about the course takers. So tone down the all about you, make it all about them. Boleh ke?
Dr. Syakawi Mahfuz tak ada dalam list participant.
Oh ya ke? Alright.
But I think I can apa ni orang kata, I can tell who is the actual person.
Oh, okay. Boleh je. Tapi dia jawab boleh. So, okay lah. Alright. So, who is actually him? Is it you, Doctor? Prof?
Not me.
Not you. Okay. Alright.
I just guessed.
Who? Prof Karim. Okay. Alright. Tak apa. But it's actually there. Cuma bila dia cakap banyak sangat tentang diri dia, takut orang macam, alamak nanti the whole course is about himself je kan. Nanti macam, oh okay. You tak nak. Walaupun course tu memang tentang experience dia, tapi bila you cakap sangat tentang diri, nanti dia akan rasa macam, tak apalah kalau macam tu, tak nak lah. Okay. So kurangkan sikit and talk about how it is for them. Okay.
Dr. Syakawi, say something. Say something. Don't hide.
Saya tarik if you can guess. Siapa ni?
I can guess.
Okay.
I think must be Izam kot ni, Izam. Tarik satu. Kan? Ah.
Boleh pula ada game. Tanya siapakah Dr. Syakawi. Okey. Bagus.
Pandai tak sedekah. Ha.
Okey, yang ni melakar raja pohon menggunakan iron crate. Wah, guna bahasa Melayu pula Dr. Radia. Dengan menggunakan iron crate, pengajar bahasa Melayu dan linguistik tidak perlu lagi melakar sebarang raja secara manual. Ini kerana kursus ini akan menunjukkan cara menggunakan iron crate untuk menunjukkan binaan, kata tunggal dan ayat tunggal dalam bahasa Melayu. Selepas itu, cara untuk melakar raja pohon untuk perkataan kompleks yang melibatkan perimbuhan, pemakmukan, penggandaan juga diperlihatkan. Mana diikuti dengan raja pohon. Saya rasa okey, cuma sebab it's more about the cost kan. I think you use that cost oriented punya approach where you talk only about the cost. But bagi saya boleh ditambahkan sikit supaya rasa seperti it's about who is going through this course, which is guru dan pensyarah bahasa Melayu. Ataupun peminat pelakar percuma di internet. Okay, so dia perlukan that emotional ataupun people punya appeal lah. Okay, sebab it's more about the cost sahaja kan. Supaya rasa macam orang tu tertarik untuk memasuki apa tu kelas belakang raja pohon ni. Boleh ke doktor? Okay, bagikan talikan manusia. Alright, thank you. So, kita dah selesai kepada module description. Kejap saya tutup balik yang ni. So, tadi kita dah selesai module description and also blurb. But remember, you have one more thing to look into where you already did your achievement, your about yourself dan sebagainya kan. So kita let's go into short biography. Boleh ke? Kita ada lagi 25 minit sebelum kita end our class. Is that okay with everyone? Boleh?
Okay, boleh.
Okay, alright. So you have your list of achievement kan tadi. Now you need to turn your list tadi into a maximum of 4 sentence paragraph about yourself in selling yourself. Boleh tak?
Boleh.
Boleh
Ya.
So first come up with a slogan about yourself.
Wah, slogan
Yes. Sebab selalunya bila kita nak entice people to read, kita tak nak tulis kat situ about me. Macam boring kan? Ataupun tentang saya, ataupun my biography. It's very boring. So what you need to do is write a liner, not more than 5 words to capture you. To capture the people, okay, to read about you. Okay? Selalunya I ask people to write a slogan lah, to show what's your image that you want to portray. Okay? Slogan ni selalunya is punchy. Dia tak ada banyak words, and then it should be how you want to brand yourself atau penjenamaan kepada diri anda. Right? Macam saya cakap tadi lah, macam saya, I always think of myself as a strategist in content or strategist in advertisement or macam tu lah kan, a strategist. Okay? So when I write a slogan pun mestilah along the line with my strategist punya mindset. Okay, so how about you guys? Try to write down first. Selepas write that slogan, the 4 sentence paragraph is write what you do and what you have achieved and your forte lah. Your greatest expertise yang you nak orang tahu tentang diri you.
Buat dalam Padlet juga ke?
Boleh? Ataupun dalam chat pun boleh, mana-mana pun boleh.
Oh, dalam chat pun boleh. Okay.
Memang workshop ni sangat hands-on kan. I hope you guys are not overwhelmed with all of the exercise.
Oh, seronok.
Hantu aplikasi buku cuma linguistik. Wow. Okay.
Macam-macam lah COD ni.
Tapi kalau kita nak brand ourselves, try to steer clear from negative words. Bila negative words, dia akan memberikan certain image kepada diri kita nanti. Apa tu, I know that I think Dr. Rodi main-main kot. Tapi kalau kalau nanti nak buat yang betul-betul punya, try to steer clear with the negative words lah. Okay. Okay, saya bagi contoh ya. Kod-kod lah siapa yang stuck lagi. This is one of best-selling author. So this is her website actually. So dia punya slogan ialah empowering ridiculously good marketing. Okay. She is more about a marketing punya pioneer or writer or speaker lah. Okay. So dia punya liner ataupun slogan adalah empowering ridiculously good marketing. Walaupun ridiculously tu kita associate dengan negatif, namun dia boleh gabungkan dengan a good word, good marketing, make it more lessen the negative punya image lah kan. And then dia hanya guna one line saja untuk describe herself. Digital marketing pioneer, writer, speaker, and Henley inspires marketers to create marketing magic that gets real world results. It could be just one liner. It could be 4 sentences in one paragraph. It's up to you. But make it very impactful where people know that this is you and they should believe in you and they should take your course. Okay. Another example is I teach business owners, educators, and entrepreneurs the profit action steps for building a highly engaged email list, creating online tracking courses, and using online marketing strategies to sell with ease. So dia cerita apa yang dia buat, you know. So dia tak cakap her expertise. She doesn't tell you about her achievement, but she tells you on what she does. Okay, it could be like this. It's up to you. All right. These are just 2 examples. I see there are some writing inside here. Pakar aplikasi percuma linguistik. Okay, Dr. Radia, I think that is okay for your slogan. For Azhar Isa, Nutra Strategist, Storyteller. That sounds good too, but what is Nutra Strategist actually? Nutra is what? Cuma, saya rasa okay. Cuma sometimes akan membawa kepada orang tertanya-tanya lagi kan. So try to make it clear juga. Jangan terlalu jargon. Okay. Inside your slogan. A passionate online educator, always seeking creative ways to enrich learning experience of his students. Okay. It's very direct. And then bagi tahu that you are you punya specialty or expertise and so on. And what you do for your students. Okay. Dr. Teo, Doctor, we could include our profile picture in the blurb instead of writing a lengthy and God forbid wordy one. You can, but usually a blurb is a teaser for your course. So kalau you just put your profile picture, it might not give any, you know, sometimes people don't know who you are. So it's better to write just a short description of who you are. Okay, just a short one will do. Okay, saya gemar mencari dan menggunakan percuma sebagai alat bantuan pengajaran dan pembelajaran bahasa Melayu dan linguistik menjimatkan. Pun boleh juga. Dr. Radia, I think that sounds good. Menjimatkan kenapa? Sebab dia percuma.
Sebab dia free. Lagi satu nak tanya, Tika, macam Kak Odi ni selalu guna nama Odi rather than Radia kan? So is it okay kalau kita guna nama Odi tu instead of Radia?
Okay, tapi ya, doktor mesti konsisten lah throughout your page nanti. Jangan pula kat bawah cakap Dr. Radia pula. Maybe dekat atas tu, hi saya Odi ataupun Dr. Radia dan daripada mana-mana-mana. Anda boleh panggil saja saya Odi, then you talk about yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Sebab I'm just afraid that later, people don't know your real name pula kan? Betul tak? So at least you introduce yourself first.
Izam, boleh try. It's your tagline.
Okay.
Izam, rahsia dari belakang.
Boleh pula jadi nama orang lain. Okay. Alright. Okay. So semua nampaknya macam dah faham macam mana nak buat short description.
Tapi yang lain-lain kena cubalah ni. 2-3 orang je cuba ni tak best lah.
Nama-nama sama je dari tadi.
Itulah.
Okay. Tapi
sebab itunya Izam guna nama lain.
Alright. Okay. So after that you have learned about how to do your blurb, how to do your module description, how to do your biography. Saya just nak mention all the tricks and steps to great copy because sometimes we do mistakes, like just now I saw a bit of mistakes inside your blurb and your module description. So these are the tricks and steps so that you can take it in and then remember so that when you write again. Oh, ada orang buat dalam Padlet. Okay, saya buka sekarang.
Tu apa ni, Dr. Atika?
Ya, saya.
Saudari Izam kita tu. Izam is unshakable optimist.
Izam is unshakable optimist who believes in a bright future and our ability to build it together. Wow. Okay. I think that is okay. Cuma unshakable optimist. Dia punya tu macam wow, okay.
Double stress.
Double stress macam I'm an optimist tapi I'm also unshakable. Macam wow.
Hebat.
Okay, I think okay. Believe in bright future and our ability to build it together. Okay, boleh. Alright. Cuma kalau nampak kat sini tak nampak yang Dr. Izam nak buat branding kan tadi pasal branding and organisation punya management kan. Tak nampak the expertise inside here. Just nampak that you are an optimist je lah. Alright. Okay. Saya buka Padlet sebab ada orang cakap ada yang buat dalam Padlet. Sekejap ya.
Tak nampak pun dalam Padlet. I don't see.
Itulah. Mungkin terjatuh ke bawah kot kadang-kadang. Tak ada rasanya.
Itulah, saya pun tak nampak.
Sebab komputer hang kot. Jadi dia tak masuk tadi.
Oh. Doktor boleh masukkan dalam chat pun boleh?
Ya, put in the chat. Copy dalam chat. So tunggu Izam buat micro credential lah ni macam ni. Mesti laku punya.
Saya yang mengajar orang pun saya tak buat.
Lepas tu kena fikir nama apa Izam guna.
Betul. Nanti mesti nama lain.
Tadi lah, Syirkawi tadi.
Betulkan yang biasa, biasakan yang betul.
Nama panel dia.
Dr. Julie Azita mengatakan bahawa dia buat slogan betulkan yang biasa, biasakan yang betul. I think that sounds good because I remember your course is about tata bahasa yang betul kan doktor?
Wow. That's very powerful.
Itulah. That sounds good. So saya rasa okay. Oh, puan. Okay. Tak apa, puan ke doktor ke sama je. Okay. Alright. Saya rasa that slogan is nicely done and I think boleh proceed dengan how you brand yourself dengan betulkan biasa, biasakan betul. Nanti bila dah buat biography boleh tambahkan sedikit lah tentang about yourself. Okay. Alright. So kita boleh proceed ke?
Boleh.
Boleh Alright. Sebab saya ada lagi 30 minit. Okay. So tricks and steps to great copy. Sebab macam saya cakap tadi, apabila dah tahu macam mana format dan sebagainya, kadang-kala kita terlupa ada benda-benda yang kita tak boleh buat. Macam tadi saya cakap jangan terlalu banyak jargon, nanti orang tak faham, kita kena jadi layman sikit. Dan ada juga beberapa perkara lain yang tips-tips untuk anda menghasilkan ataupun write a really great copy. Alright. So what are the right techniques to write your copy for your blurb, module description and biography? So you have already known the format. Now you need to know what are the tricks. Okay. Firstly, avoid generalities. Be direct and tell readers about the benefits of following the course. A lot of course description and blurbs and module description, they like to use words such as quality, value, service, caring, and integrity. A lot of courses like to do that. But what does it mean actually? So those are generalities. Maknanya words that are overused and meaningless. Okay. So try to not use words such as quality, value, service, caring, or integrity, because you don't know what it really means. Okay. If you want to use something like quality punya kind of meaning, maybe you can say something like this is a worth learning course, okay, rather than saying that this is a quality course, okay. Or if you want to say this is a valuable course, sometimes it sounds like it gives a depth to your course, tapi sebenarnya it depends on the person who reads it. Sometimes they don't think it's valuable. Okay, so try to avoid using that valuable word. Okay, service. When you say this course give you great service ke apa ke kan, that's just general punya apa tu benefit. So but everyone gives good service. So what makes yours different? You have to mention. Okay, and then you say that you care about them, that's why you provide this course and so on. Sometimes people use that, but what does care mean? Everybody cares about each other, so who cares? Okay. So sometimes don't use that care word. And integrity, everyone has integrity, so what makes your course different? So benda-benda tu semua memang kena fikirlah, jangan gunakan those words. Okay. And then don't boast too much about yourself or your course. Macam saya cakap tadi kan, macam when you create a course, don't talk too much about yourself. Okay, don't talk too much about what your course can do, what your course can do this and do that. People don't really care. People want to know what's in it for them. Okay, what's the benefit for them. So don't brag. Okay, you can brag a bit, tapi not too much. Okay, and then so for example, when you boast, you say heavenly smell pine kan, ataupun macam tadi Dr. Izam ataupun Dr. Syarkawi tu, dia cerita pasal diri dia je kan. So macam bila macam tu people macam okay. Lepas tu kenapa nak kena tahu sangat banyak pasal dia kan. So try to lessen it. So maintain the right tone, use present tense and active voice supaya dia rasa macam ada immediate sense where they need to do something at that right time. And you know, to purchase your course or to buy your course, to enroll in your course or something. So use present tense and active voice. And it is also to make your copy more interesting or more lively lah. Okay. And then love your course. Your readers would want to feel the passion to ignite the want to your course. So usually, I will always tell my students this: when you write something, you have to love what you write. Because if you don't love what you write, you will not make the person who reads it to feel love too. So write something that you feel good about, that you rasa macam akan menyebabkan orang lain pun rasa good. Okay. And then appeal to rational and emotional sides. Like I mentioned just now numerous times, don't just talk about the cause, but talk about how the cause will change your readers' feelings, lives, or solve their problem, so that they feel connected. They feel there's a relevance between the cause and them. Okay. And then write to one individual. So just now, a lot of you straight away say students, participants, and so on. It makes it very, you have a block between them, a barrier. Okay, when you have a barrier between them, it doesn't feel intimate. When it doesn't feel intimate, they don't feel associated. They don't feel there's relevance between you and the course, and the course and you. So nanti dia orang tak nak baca dah. So when they read, they should feel personalized. So use you, I, and so on. Okay, be layman, avoid jargons. A lot of you have jargons, I understand, because of you have your scientific programs, you have your terms and so on. I understand, but make it understandable. Okay, make it more layman so that you don't have to explain it again. What is it all about? Like just now, as I mentioned, for online courses, we do not know who our audience are, especially where they do not need to show certain qualification to get into your course. Okay, so it could be anyone taking your course. So you have to remember, when you have too many jargons, it might make them afraid to take your course. So lessen it a bit. You can say some of it, but lessen it a bit so that they know, okay, I will get to learn about it inside the course, but right now I will learn about this first. And then once I get into the course, she or he will explain the jargons later. Okay. Use transition, bridge your thoughts with therefore, but. You can use all of those words. Avoid cliches, bring fresh new ideas. Avoid cliches like early bird, world class, all those words are cliches. People don't like it. Okay, people will read it and they know this is all promotional punya words. So try to, you can do promotional writing tapi tak nak orang notice. Okay, don't make them notice too much of promotional writing. And then very length and structure of sentence, it depends on the format just now. You can do it from 90 to 150 words for blurbs, or you can do it from 90 words to 100 words for blurbs. It depends on how you write. So create simple, engaging, and easy to understand sentences. So make the strange familiar. The family strange is when you write your sentence, jangan terlalu macam tadi ada mouthful, where you have two things at once in one sentence, and then some of you mention too much jargons and so on. Make it simple so people can understand your writing. And when you write out loud, because when you write out loud, it's as if you're speaking to another person. And when you speak to another person, it doesn't sound like a formal writing. So when it's not formal writing, it's more towards promotional writing. So I always ask my students, say out loud, so that when you listen to it, does it sound stupid? Does it sound too formal? Does it sound like a rubbish? If yes, change your sentence, make it better. Okay, and then use contractions. You can use don't, couldn't, haven't, it's, you can use that. It doesn't mean that you have to be very formal. Then pay attention to your words. So for this example, expires on 23rd March. It's very boring. So you can tone it down, make it more interesting, enjoy it by 23rd March. So pay attention to how you use your words. And then test your copy. Read it out loud. Like I mentioned just now, if you find it cringy or sounds stupid, ditch it and rewrite. All right? Plus, like I've mentioned a lot of times, edit. Look into your words, whether it's any mistakes, typos, spelling, grammars, and so on. And then see whether your copy jive with the whole course that you have, so that it is very consistent, so that all the visuals and write-up blend together perfectly inside your micro-credential, so that it doesn't sound like the upper part is written by someone else, the middle part is written from someone else, the bottom part is written by someone else. So it sounds like there's so many voices. Okay, so make sure that there's only one tone, one voice from the first part until the last part. All right. Now, the writing checklist. When you see your blurb, your module description, and also your biography, you need to ensure that whether it is interesting or compelling. So when you read out loud or when you reread it again, you have to listen. Is it interesting for you yourself, okay, to actually stop and read your own course or go through your course, okay? So try to ask yourself, bunyi macam sedap tak? Kalau tak sedap, tukar baru, okay? And then if you feel that it's too worthy, can you reduce the word count, okay? See if you can. Like I showed a few examples tadi, Coursera ada yang panjang, ada yang pendek kan? Tapi bila kita baca, yang panjang tu terlalu worthy, terlalu banyak jargons dan sebagainya. Manakala yang pendek tu very direct, is emotional punya attachment dan sebagainya. So you can use that. And then is it in the right order? Okay, macam saya cakap tadi, ikut format. First talk about you, and then talk about your course, and then talk about how the course can benefit the customers, and then tell them what to do next. So use the tips formula. And then read again whether you believe the message, whether you think that people can believe the message, and then go straight to action. All right. And then does it include a clear call to action? Like I mentioned just now, you need to have your sales, okay? Close the sale, the sell part. You need to have your call to action. And then do you have or do you use the reader's language? Because reader's language mesti kita turuti sebab kadang-kala ada orang faham, ada orang tak faham. Alright? Saya rasa itu sahaja daripada saya hari ini. Terima kasih semua. Thank you so much for bearing with me for the past 3 hours. I am so sorry kalau I have, offended anyone or given too much constructive criticism. Boleh merajuk Dr. Atika jika ada kemusykilan. Bolehkah merujuk? Okay, sorry. Mata saya pun dah tak nampak dah. Yes, boleh. Boleh Doktor. Boleh Puan. Saya boleh dikontak dari 0465355095 ataupun atika@usm.my. Boleh saja. Alright. Thank you Dr. Izal. But I'm sure you have the same ataupun more insights on this juga. Maybe you can share in the next session with them. Okay. Alright, thank you so much. Prof, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Atika, for very insightful, enlightening presentation, sharing on copywriting. I have learned a lot myself, and I really enjoyed the exercise together with our participants here. Of course, there's much more to learn, and I really hope Dr. Atika will consider to create one micro-credential module, maybe.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, you can put 100 ringgit for that module, then I will be one of the students who will take the course.
Inshallah.
Make it very tempting.
Yes.
Make it very tempting. Yeah. Well, you're the expert. So maybe any last 1 or 2 questions? You can unmute the microphone before we call it a day.
Yes.
Ada from YouTube. Why you call it copy?
Okay. Because in advertising, copy is the write-up. Okay. This is what we usually call it. Okay. I'm not sure why it started with copy, but it's more about promotional writing. It's not just any types of writing. It's about promotional writing. So copy is usually written by copywriters of the advertising firms or creative firms or branding firms. That's why I call it copy. But it's the same with any kind of content. It's just that it's more towards promotional and more towards marketing or selling your product, or your course, or even yourself.
So basically, if you have sorry. Yeah.
If I may add about
Yeah,
copy,
Yes.
copywriter is a need to be. I mean, the person who write copy needs to be skillful.
Yes.
To compare
Yes.
content creator, kalau kita nampak sekarang macam people can argue if you write, you are content creator. Content creator can be anybody. Copywriter needs to have some skills in that particular area. In relation to promotional writing, which means in promotion dia ada elemen-elemen yang macam Dr. Tika mention kan, yang memang kena nampak jelas embedded in the writing.
But
to answer to Prof Izzah tadi tu kan?
Prof Azhar.
Prof.
Prof Azhar.
Siapa tadi soalan tadi?
Azhar.
Datuk Azhar kita.
Oh, Datuk Azhar. Okay.
So maknanya tapi content writer, content itulah subject matter expert bila kita, it is good for us to learn that skill, right? Because we want to write the blurb, everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, before we have social media, before we have all this digital content, memang in advertising agency, marketing agency, ada satu position for copywriting where these people memang come from creative side, dia ada creative element, creative thinking, semua benda yang melibatkan creativity. Bukan orang biasa kita boleh just speak and write something for ads,
Yes.
Itu membezakan copywriting with content creator. Tapi sekarang when we are in this digital front where everybody ada access to content and boleh menulis, banyak copywriter ni lebih kepada macam Dr. Tia cakap lah, lebih kepada things that come from promotional element macam tu. But having to say that, tak bermaksud kalau kita menulis in our social media, our blogs, if we are content creator, we are not having this skill. It's just mungkin dia bukan tak diiktiraf lah. It's just this copy thing ni memang datangnya asal-usul daripada
creative
promotion and advertising agency.
Yes.
Macam tu.
And then selalunya lah orang kata copywriters ni they must be talented in the creative side lah. Where they can create ideas, innovative ideas yang out of the box, yang bukan hanya just mata-mata untuk promote, but to make sure that it is differentiated, tak sama, a niche lah. Create a niche.
Alright.
I
think it's a very useful skill lah, macam those involved in macam product development,
Yes, betul.
Yeah, they can come up with very catchy, concise blurbs to describe dia punya, promote dia punya product kan.
Betul.
So right, I think that's very useful skill. Any more question? Let's see. Tak ada lagi.
Tak ada.
Okay. So
I hope semua orang enjoy. Okay, thank you so much Prof Karim and also CDAE for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Itu saja kot daripada saya.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much Dr. Atika. So let us show our appreciation by give a big round of applause. Gunakan ikon yang di bawah tu, kita bagi tepukan gemuruh kepada Dr. Atika. Okay. So thank you so much everyone, and the recording of this session can be found on our CDAE YouTube channel, and inshallah we will bring more experts in writing, different areas of writing, not only focus on our publication, the very kind of dry writing, but more on the creative aspect of writing as well, so that we have a more holistic skill, when come to writing. And maybe on the language part, we have like Puan Julie tadi tu, maybe we can also learn. Kan cantik tu. So I think I'm looking at how we can develop the so-called the holistic skills of writing, from the very technical to the less, to the more creative kind of writing as well. So that's what CDAE is planning to do this year, to bring more variety to the program. So once again, thank you very much, Dr. Atika, and have a nice day, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe and stay productive. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jumpa lagi. Ya.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Salam.